Project QSUeVoto, the developed electronic voting system for Quirino State University based on blockchain technology. I am Winston G. Domingo, the presenter. Together with me, my co-author, Manuel de Guzman, Charmaine Ruth G. Abella, DENNIE T. RUMA, Rishelle B. Nucaza, Eduard P. Alip, and Selino S. Malunao. The Student Government Council elections have always been an annual activity for every school. It is an event wherein each student is obliged to choose from a set of candidates who will represent its position in the Student Government Council. Quirino State University is still using the manual processing of elections. The Student Services Office, together with the Board of Canvassers, prepares and prints a ballot to be filled by the voters manually. E-voting is one of these tools, and it's capable of transporting appropriate, less costly, fast, and accurate services. Will help the university to make the work a lot of easier and more effective, provide user-friendly and cross-platform access to the computerized system because of the automation of the tally of votes of students during the election period. All users' interaction is performed remotely through the user's web browsers, and it has the features of mobile access. And to develop Project QSUeVoto, eVoto, the developed distributed electronic voting system for Quirino State University based on electronic technology. The objectives of the study is to design and develop a voting system that is equipped with a network-based software architecture that provides computing resources where voters can register and cast their votes securely. To determine the extent of the compliance of the developed system using the ISO 25010 software quality standards as assessed by the IT experts in terms of functionality, suitability, performance efficiency, compatibility, usability, reliability, security, and maintainability. To determine the extent of acceptance level of the developed system as assessed by the system's end users in terms of functionality, performance efficiency, compatibility, usability, reliability, maintainability, portability, and security. And to determine the significant differences between the compliance of the developed application to ISO 25010 software quality standards and the acceptance level of the system as perceived by the IT experts and system end users. From the research methodology, research design used in the study is the SDLC, or the Software Development Life Cycle, and specifically the Agile Iterative Model. The descriptive research methodology for the evaluation of the systems developed using the ISO 25010 is used. Requirements analysis is the collection of data and sample reports and other related information based on the student manual for conducting election of SG officers and on the policies and procedures of SG elections were integrated in the design. And using the design, the plan of the computerized systems such as hierarchical input process, output, wherein the techniques to identify the different modules of the system, the entity relationship diagram for the logical design, relationship of tables in the database design, and the system architecture. For the physical process, the development is the interface designing, coding, and debugging following the system design. Testing is used to validate the functionality of the developed system tested by the non-IT individuals using the parallel testing approach. Implementation, the actual utilization of the system during the SD elections in a part of the implementation is the evaluation. The development of the deliverables such as documents, systems manuals, updates and upgrades, and continuous quality enhancement of the capabilities of the system is the part of the maintenance. And for the number of participants, SG advisors, we have the two from the different campuses. The SAS Director, student, we have the 210 students, the Board of Canvassers, and we also have the IT experts, industry practitioners of 5. A series of interviews, focus group discussions, and evaluations in the data gathering procedures. A descriptive and inferential statistics, weighted mean, and Likert scale were used in the statistical analysis. The design and develop an electronic voting system that is equipped with a network software architecture that provides computing resources where voters can register and cast their votes securely. So this is the design or the relationship design of the program. This was the design of the database under these are the table designs. Each table is interconnected with the other tables, combination of 1:1 and 1:many relationship database designing. And for the design of the system architecture, this is the process on how to use the following system from the registration to voting, using the scanning of the QR code, printing and signing of the printed ballot, and putting the printed ballot into the ballot boxes. So this is the process or the system architecture of the system. And for the hierarchical design or the hypo of the system, we have identified the different features of the system, the non-functional and the functional features. First is the functional features, the position, electrical party, year level, and courses of the system. Voters registration, candidates registration, ballots, and the live tally. Up to the preparation of the reports, official candidates, registered voters, election return, summary of voters who cast their vote, summary of voters who did not vote, and we also have the statistical report wherein per course level who cast the votes and per year level who cast the votes and who did not cast the votes. And for the non-functional features, we have the system users, user level, and voters retrieval of account. And for the interface design, this will be the proposed interface design of the system. We have the project QSUeVoto casting of votes and the sample printed ballots of the users. So we also have here the live tally sheet. We have the two versions of the live tally sheet. First, during the implementation of the QSU Maddela, and second is the live tally for the QSU Diffun Campus. We're in the first live tally, only the names of the candidates and the number of votes. And for the second, it's the picture, the position, the picture, and the number of votes gained by the candidates. So we also have here the statistical report, the project US statistical report for the votes got per program from the two campuses. We have the Maddela and we have the Diffun. And we also have the graph for the registered voters, total cast of votes, and did not votes per program. So is here the example, the test of compliance of the developed applications to software quality standards. It shows that the system is compliant to a very high extent as assessed by the IT experts. And for the assessment of the test of acceptance of the developed application to ISO software quality standards, the data shows that the system is compliant to a very high extent as assessed by the end users using the ISO 25010 software quality standards. And for the test of the significant differences between the compliance of the developed applications to ISO 25010 software quality standards and the acceptance level of the systems as perceived by the IT experts and end users, it shows that the p-value, which is less than the significance threshold of 0.05, merely indicates that the users and the IT specialists do not have the same perceptions of the system. This indicates that the level of compliance and acceptance of the system as judged by the users and IT specialists differs significantly. And for the conclusions of the system or the research, the developed application was highly approved and accepted by the SG advisors, SAS directors, students, and board of canvassers from the Maddela and Diffun campuses. Thus, it results in the full implementation of the developed systems to be used by the Student Services Office during the election, integrating and following the policies and guidelines of the Students' Manual in the conduct of elections. The developed systems were approved and compliant as assessed by the IT experts. That this means that there is a significant difference in the level of compliance and acceptance of the DAS system as perceived by the users and the IT experts. And for the future work of the system, future development, the integration of the filing of candidacy in the system will be an additional feature. The possible candidate for each positions can file their candidacy in the system. The board is the basis for the evaluation of their papers and qualification for the positions for applying for, and the integration of Android app and iOS app for the students to cast their vote. So that's all, and thank you.